Here we are, folks, yet again at one of my most favorite places to frequent here at Tom Ritter's Orchids. You guys know I had to come back, right? It's been a while since I've been here, so I'm kind of gonna get another update on some of the things they have here and some of the new things that I see that they have here as well. So, indeed, come along with me, guys. Come on. And of course, you guys know I had to make a stop to see some of my favorite orchids, which of course are the Vanda varieties. I just wanted to show you. So now you're seeing Vanda types coming all into bloom. I love these color combinations here, along with their very pretty pattern. Nice purple right there on the tongue. Beautiful Vanda right here. And here we go, folks, on our magical fantasy fairy tale here at Tom Ritter's Orchids. Let's see what we can find today. Folks, now isn't this adorable? What a magnificent way to display your plants. As you can see, this is a rather large snail shell right here. And inside of the snail shell is indeed some form of beautiful plant. And again, very creative way to display your plants. Never would have thought of this, guys. And here, of course, we have the many, did I mention, many variations of Cattleyas right here. Just an endless supply. And here we have a spotted Cattleya, very beautiful with her lime greens and her spots of burgundy, and of course her tongue that is a deep fuchsia color. Very gorgeous indeed. Gorgeous, dainty varieties of Cattleyas in a cluster. Look at all that speckle. Just beautiful. And this one is a beautiful one as well. Very unique looking. And of course the colors are very subtle, but yet still very striking. So dainty and full of color. Ah, such dainty little beauties. And indeed, there are a lot of bud and sheath action going on here as well. And isn't this quite a fantastic display of blossoms, indeed full of speckles and spots and great color combination right here. Just beautiful. And as you're seeing, folks, there's just quite a variety of different orchids in hanging pots. High in the greenhouse. Definitely a great variety. And look at this very beautiful kind of orangey yellowish color. This indeed appears to be some form of brassia right here. Very gorgeous, long-legged brassia. And oh my, take a look at this Encyclia alata right here. There are several forms in full bloom. Very gorgeous. Of course, you guys know encyclias are one of my favorites, so indeed, I always have to stop and take notice of these beautiful gals. And take a look at this very fragile gal right here. Oh my, is she not a fine beauty? And look here, folks. Here's another beautiful Cattleya type. Very dainty, very small. You check out those patterns. So gorgeous. And look, here's the all-white Cattleya just coming into bloom. Ah, very nice. And folks, these sunset colors right here, that fuchsia and that orange blended together, oh my, just drives me up the wall. Drives me absolutely bazonkers. These are just so stunning in color. Will you take a look at these spots right here? Wow, just beautiful color. That deep green and also that white and those spots of fuchsia. And look, it almost looks as if it's blended together or it's bleeding, kind of like a watercolor effect. And here we're seeing a beautiful cluster of Radican orchids, also known as the epidendrum orchids. What an amazing cluster of Cattleya right here. Beautiful. And folks, this is one of the most deepest colors I have seen. This is a very deep burgundy, almost maroon in color. Oh my, check the frill on this gal. Indeed, she has all the bells and whistles with her beauty, her frill, and what a captivating fragrance to match. And here's a stunner right here. A very beautiful light lilac and pinkish color right here with that deep yellow in the center. Very, very gorgeous. And folks, I'm not quite sure what hanging cactus this is, but oh my, this did catch my attention. Will you look at that? Will you look at that? The color on here is like a deep fuchsia. Looks like a semi-transparent marble right here, with of course little hairs. Is that not crazy? Very interesting to say the least. And this right here is known as the toothbrush orchid, and as you can see, they have a multitude of miniature blooms right here. So teeny weeny, yet still gives a marvelous display of color. And take a look at this very interesting bloom right here. Can we get a close-up? Oh, how interesting is this? If you take a look, in the inner part of the blossom, you're seeing like this ball shape. And just hundreds of blossoms on this one spike right here. Indeed, what a beautiful specimen of an orchid. And this is actually some form of Dendrobium. And folks, this is something that I've gotten very, very interested in. Stanhopeias. What incredible plants, where the Stanhopea actually blooms from the bottom. So as you can see, these are pretty huge, so I can imagine the cluster of blooms that are going to be on these orchids right here. Just absolutely gorgeous. And right here, folks, we've happened upon Vanda territory right here. What an amazing view. And of course, you see all of the massive root systems of these crazy, crazy Vandas. What an amazing specimen. And of course, you guys know these are my absolute favorite, and it's really not hard to see why. Will you just take a look at the amazing growth structure of these Vandas? And then, look at here. This is just the icing of the cake right here, the bonus. Indeed, that is why I love Vandas so, so much. And take a look at this very beautiful gal. White and green, always one of my favorite colors. Although the blooms are miniature, oh my gosh, they pack such a wow in their fragrance. Definitely smells like such a very strong and sweet perfume. Very elegant, and the beauty of this orchid is magnificent. I just can't get enough of Vandas, folks. They are just so doggone amazing. Here we have the miniature varieties of the Vandas, are also known as the Oscasendas right here. Very beautiful. This one is in a red. This one is in a very light, almost fuchsia violet pink. This one is in a beautiful, beautiful orange. And of course, we can't forget the Dendrobium varieties, right? Well, let me tell you, I just seen one Dendrobium that made my mouth fall to the floor. I'm serious. Take a look at these guys. Oh my gosh. This made me stop and put my camera down. I have never seen a Dendrobium like this in person. Is this not an amazing blossom right here? I think I just found my most favorite Dendrobium. Oh, I'm in love. I am in absolute love right now. Here's a huge spray of these lime green Dendrobiums right here. Very gorgeous. I love green. And take a look at this very spunky, very fiery Dendrobium right here. What an awesome display of a Dendrobium blossom. And these right here are the Dendrobium stratiotus. Look at that deep pattern in the throat. Just so amazing. And also check out the twisted antelope horns at the top. And as they bloom longer, well, the horns will get longer and more twisted as well. Definitely a great color combination and great pattern also right there. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? These are the Dendrobium antennatum. Oh man, look at the colors. Oh, look at the winding, twisty petals. So visually interesting, visually appealing. Great color combination on these. Wow, indeed. A show-stopping orchid right here. And here's one, folks, just hanging down, cascading down into a beautiful cluster of peachy pink Dendrobium blossoms right here, folks. Oh my, just breathtaking, very serene. And this right here is a Dendrobium nobile Emperor Red, I think? Red Emperor Prince. That's what it is. And look at the picture. What an amazing cluster of blossom these bloom. Oh man. I think I'm going to pick one of these up. You guys know that I am indeed a Dendrobium nobile fan. And look here. How could you say no to that? You can't. You can't, folks. And these are Dendrobium fantasy butterflies. Dendrobium songbirds. Dendrobium nobile angel moon right there. And these are a Dendrobium species type. Dendrobium fancy lady. Oriental smile fantasy. And let's see if we can get a look on that right there. So beautiful, so dainty. Look, it's like as big as my fingertip. How cute are they? Oh my gosh, they are just absolutely too cute. And of course, the very popular Psychopsis Mendenhall right here. And this right here is a very interesting orchid because as you can see here, much like the Oncidium, they will actually spike from a bracket of the leaves at the base. And just to show you what the blossoms look like, this is actually one that's almost spent, but it'll give you an idea of what it looks like. So indeed it looks like a mixture of Cattleya and perhaps a Brassavola. Very interesting indeed, and lovely color. I just wanted to give you a view of the crazy Vanda varieties that they have in here. Is this not ridiculous, folks? Oh my gosh. And of course, you guys know what these are, right? The Encyclia cochleata, of course, also known as the cockleshell, and the octopus orchid. What an amazing display these gals give. And they also have the very grassy type of orchids right here. This is actually known as the Dendroculium? Tinellum? Yeah, I know I chopped that all up. But indeed, what an amazing little orchid. And they bloom such a small, teeny, weeny blossom. Well, blossoms, as you see here. And this right here is a Splathoglottis grape swirl. Check out that color combination, and also very star shape. Very, very beautiful. And also, if you take a look at the foliage, indeed, I think these are ground-growing orchids. Not quite sure, but either way, these are so beautiful. Lovely, dainty gals. And these teeny, 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 weeny blossoms right here is a Mabel Canda mixed with a Curdigera. Definitely an Encyclia variety, And oh my, the amazing thing about these blossoms, even though they are so small, their impact of the fragrance is enough to knock you on your feet. I'm telling you folks, such a strong, beautiful, sweet fragrance right here. Unbelievably fragrant. And these right here are the Rincostalus orange variety. And I actually have one of these, so I'm so glad to see what the colors look like. Aren't they beautiful? And this right here is one of my favorite flowers as well. This is the Brassavola digbyana right there with the very, very frilly center. How beautiful is that? And here's another one. This is a Cattleya digbyana right here. And how beautiful is this right here? This is the infamous Brassavola nodosas. Aren't they just gorgeous? Gorgeous little beauties right here. Very original in shape. And now we've entered into the land of the Oncidium Alliance and different variation of varieties right here. Very beautiful in color and also stunning pattern. Beautiful Oncidium variety right here. And here are some very beautiful brassias right here. Just very amazing, striking patterns and nice subtle coloration of the throat area as well. Definitely beautiful blossom. Some form of Culminaria wildcat right here. Amazing pattern, amazing spots and splotches right here. Just a gorgeous gal. Okay folks, I am not quite sure what this one is right here, but indeed it is an Oncidium variety. But check out the petals. Check out the shape and the formation of the drooping and very frilly petals. And also check out the amazing pattern. Oh my gosh, this is a beauty right here. Quite a stunner all the way around. Okay folks, and I didn't expect my battery to be dying out so soon. There is so much more to show you, but folks, I'm going to have to end it here. Thank you so much for joining me. And of course, again, we are at Tom Ritter's Orchid, one of my most favorite places to visit. Indeed, an orchid paradise and a fantasy. Okay folks, I am so excited! I just went to my most favorite place in the whole wide galaxy. You guys already know I am indeed a Tom Ritter's fan! And indeed, I made a heyday of a day spending my time there with Miss Linda Ritters and also just checking out all of the magnificent orchids there. And folks, I gotta tell you, I am very did I mention very happy? Well, I'm always happy when I'm going into nurseries and orchid shows and, of course, orchid hunting. And today, folks, oh my gosh, I think I got some of my most favorite orchids in the whole wide, not galaxy, but universe. And, folks, I gotta share it with you. Okay, where to begin? Where to begin? Where to begin? Okay, let's start off with this Vanda right here. This is actually a Cindy Banks Bill's Choice, and if you ever seen this orchids right here, you will know exactly how amazing in the contrast of color and also in the amazing pattern that this has, that indeed this is a show-stopping Vanda right here. And also what I love, folks, about this particular Vanda is it has so much history with the Ritters. They've actually had this and growing this for 10 years. Believe it or not, 10 years on this little guy right here. And they also had a strong hand to do with producing this Mariclone right here. So indeed, this is just a little bit more sentimental, and I will be posting pictures of this just so you can see how amazing the blossom is. Now, the blossom actually reminds me of the Varicorn, also crossed with the Merili, I think it was. folks, it has such an exotic look to the blossom, very waxy and with such amazing color contrast. The color on the blossom is actually primarily an alba greenish color, and then it also has these brown spottings on them that resemble leopard spots. And also the tongue or the lip of this orchid has a very, very nice purple color. So indeed, the color contrast is amazing on this. This Vanda is also very fragrant. So I am very, 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 did I mention, very excited about this Vanda. And this Vanda should come into bloom in the next bloom season, probably next year for this one. And folks, I am very excited to announce and introduce to you my second Rinko stylus right here. Definitely, this is one that I've been wanting for a long time. I actually got this one right here because I could not get this one at the time, and they actually had it this time I went, so you know I had to pick it up. Now this one actually is a Rinko stylus Kultana, and this is a Gigantea spot crossed with a Corkalude number 2, and this has a white and also a very fuchsia spotting on this. Of course, you know that Rinko stylus have a cluster of miniature blossoms, and indeed they are very, 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 did I mention, very fragrant. And they also belong to the Vanda family, and you guys already know I am a big Vanda fan. So indeed, I am very pleased to get my favorite Rinko stylus today. And also, folks, I am very happy to announce that this, in fact, is my second Stanhopea. I, too, have become a Stanhopea fan, so very, very excited to get this little fella right here. And this is actually, let's see if I can get this with one hand. This is a Stanhopea genesiana. Okay, and next on our list, folks, is this very gorgeous, somewhat peculiar, but very, very interesting and unique orchid right here. This is actually an Oncidium flying high. And what I love most about this orchid is, of course, its incredible color contrast of the yellow and also the deep burgundy or maroon. And also what makes this one of my favorite Oncidiums as well is the amazing shape and formation of the petals. Indeed, it has a lot of twist and turns and frill. I mean, all the bells and whistle on this Oncidium right here in pertaining to her blossom. You can see on this particular blossom right here, she indeed is flying high. What an amazing Oncidium. And this particular one right here, I seen the picture and I was like, oh my bejeebers. I mean, this was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I was like, oh my wow, when I seen all of the multiple blossoms that these will bloom. So I definitely had to get this because of the beauty of the blossoms. So I cannot wait until this blooms. And folks, let me go ahead and tell you what it is. I'm going on and on and on, and you don't even know what it is. But this actually right here, folks, is a Dendrobium Red Emperor Prince. And oh my gosh, I do have to show you a picture because this is quite stunning. So I am happy with this Dendrobium Emperor Prince. Wow! And folks, this orchid right here gets me so excited every time I see her. Oh my gosh, folks, I have to tell you, when I see this orchid, I feel as though I am a child on Christmas morning, for the simple fact that I've just opened up my present and I cannot believe that this is mine. Oh my gosh. So let me show you the blossoms of this beauty already. And folks, look at that deep fuchsia in the lip and the throat area. oh my gosh, this is a work of art right here. I mean, you're seeing the frill and the curvature on the petals. You're seeing the size of each petal and the uniqueness of the lip and the throat. And indeed, have you ever seen anything so beautiful? I haven't, folks. And folks, if we take a look at this bloom right here, as it ages, you will begin to notice that that green begins to turn into a creamy yellow. So indeed, it still is a very nice contrast on this orchid spike. So wow, I am just so in love right now. This right here, I've got to tell you folks, I've got to tell you, is my most favorite Dendrobium right here. Again, the Coltana Beauty, and indeed, she is quite a charmer. Pretty amazing finds. And I thank you guys so much for tuning in to yet another orchid adventure. And also, guys, if you guys want to contact me through the mail system, please feel free to do that, because I definitely have a P.O. box in which you can reach me, and definitely love to always hear from you guys. So here is my P.O. box address. And again, I thank you guys so much for tuning in to yet another orchid adventure, and I would hope that you would stay tuned for a whole lot more.